This is his first time facing adversity in 15 years. And so now we see what he's doing at the face of adversity.
Or he's a selfish, lying, manipulative sack of shit who has made enemies for 15 years, and now we're here at the fucking boiling point.
They both could be true.
You've been behind the scenes being the biggest sack of shit you can possibly be. I'm not here to fucking play games with you niggas. Niggas know what it is out there. That's it. And he's fucking white. And he's Jewish. And he had too much dip on his chip. You have been behind the scenes, hitting niggas' baby moms, sending money to niggas' baby. Yo, dog, you been back and sending messages to this nigga's wife, talking shit about fucking, hey, but this nigga's mom died. Hey, all that's cool, but where my beat at, nigga? I don't give a fuck that your mom died. Dog, this nigga's been a sack of shit behind the scenes, and because he got fans and had Lucien, everybody just get to turn a blind eye. The blind eye days are done. That's done with now. I don't want to hear none of that shit now. Now, we've seen the hand.
And then you reduce him to being a white boy. And that's you taking a dig at him. That's you calling yourself stripping him of his blackness. You hold the cards. You supreme nigga. Joe Budden. When there was a lawsuit that alleged that you was fucking with a dog, we watched you almost stroke out on your podcast. Did we or did we not? On what planet should Drake be okay with someone going on a national fucking platform and calling him a pedophile? If he didn't want that to happen, what's the problem with that? There is nothing wrong with someone standing up and saying, I don't want to be called a pedophile. If you ain't gonna fight for nothing else in this motherfucking world, I hope you gonna stand up and say, I would never touch a child like that. I pray to God you would. Y'all were upset when Drake did. Do y'all remember during the battle when these hoes said, is this Drake's response to being called a pedophile? This all he got? Nigga, that's your defense? That's weak. Now the nigga standing up saying, stop fucking playing with me. He filing paperwork for defamation saying, you can't put that jacket on my back. Now y'all sitting up here saying he a bitch for it. So he was a bitch when he didn't say anything, and when y'all felt like that made it true. But now that he's standing up for it, oh, he a white boy, look at what he running to go do. But y'all are only going to say that if the person is not fully black? Because Joe Budden was happy, I got a lawsuit, right? Chuck.
Yeah. Big JTV, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, man. I got to talk about it. I cannot sugarcoat. I cannot pum foot. I cannot play around. We gotta talk about it. If you're new here, and that's gonna be a lot of y'all, smash that like button. The best way to support me and this channel is to smash that like button. As we get into it, happy Thanksgiving to all my U.S. supporters, which is majority of this audience. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Give thanks. But we have a hating a N-word ninja, because I'm not gonna get these YouTube algorithms to go against me. But we have a hating a ninja, aka Joe Budden. If you catch a hating, call him Joe Budden. And I try to censor myself. But if you catch a hating, call him Joe Budden. And when I say Joe Budden is the king of haters, I don't even hesitate with that. So, long story short, this was Joe Budden's reaction to, as I played it in the beginning, the Joe Budden reaction to Drake going against UMG regarding Not Like Us. And guess what, man? I'm gonna be doing a live stream tomorrow at borderline midnight Eastern time zone, probably like 11:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna go deep in the cut. When I say deep in the cut, we're gonna be going in about this entire Drake lawsuit. But why did I want to put this video up? I wanted to put this video up because I want to talk about the fact that Joe Budden goes in on Drake. Now, Were some of Joe's points valid? Yes, they were. I'm not going to lie and pretend like Joe was lying in this whole thing. Joe was saying things that a lot of people in the industry did not want to say to Drake directly. What am I talking about? I'm talking about people are feeding Joe Budden information, man. The Joe Budden podcast is the most popular hip-hop music platform on the entire planet. I'm going to go as far as to say it's the most popular music podcast in the whole entire planet. Why? Because hip-hop is the most popular genre. It has not been supplanted yet. Maybe country is coming up. You know what I mean? Reggaeton is coming up. Afrobeat's coming up. But still, hip-hop is the number one genre. Why? Indirectly because of Drake. Because Drake is one of the top 3 or 4 artists in the entire planet. It's Taylor Swift, it's Beyonce, it's Drake. It's literally in that order. Taylor Swift has supplanted Beyonce, and then Drake is a close number 3. So because of Drake's works, specifically with UMG, Universal Music Group, which has Taylor Swift and Drake, it makes him pretty much a top 3 artist in the world. So everything that Joe Budden is getting, I'm going to say this, and it's going to be shocking to a lot of y'all. Either the label has sent this to Joe Budden, or people who are in the industry, meaning artists, have said this to Joe Budden. So when Joe Budden goes on this rant, it is corporate manipulation. Yes, I know y'all are surprised to say that. Y'all are surprised to hear that your uncorporate God or your not aligned to corporate interests God or fave is actually aligned. Yes, he is, y'all. Yes, he is. Joe Budden is compromised. You know how Kendrick Lamar was saying that DJ Academics is compromised? Well, let's be real. Joe Budden himself is compromised. Was Joe Budden saying lies? No, he wasn't. If Drake, and it says, a lot of people have said this, Drake has been a type of individual who has been smashing on people's baby moms. Smashing on mothers. Disrespecting a lot of people. Yes, he has. And here's the problem. Here's the bigger problem. When you're at the top, you will usually, unfortunately, burn a lot of people at the bottom. These are facts. Why am I saying this? Because when you look at the history of hip-hop, almost everybody at the top disrespected people underneath them. Or even her. Man, look at the early 90s, late 80s. You look at LL Cool J. LL Cool J used to poop and literally swat on Jay-Z, on Biggie and them. Because he was the biggest thing in the late 80s, early 90s in New York in hip-hop. And then Big became so big that Big in a lot of parts was pooping on Jay-Z. And then Jay got so big, he started, pooping on Nas. And guess what happened? Nas himself was one of the few artists who actually went at Jay-Z and won. Right? And then the cycle repeats itself within the music industry. Essentially, look at Joe Budden. Joe Budden was basically a mentor for Drake. And guess what Drake did? Drake did one of the most disrespectful Instagram comments that you will ever see. And that's why. Not only that comment, but a lot of other background things is why the Joe Budden goes so hard on him. So let me give you some background. Some background is that Joe Budden was dating Tahiri and a few other Dominican Spanish girls. And Drake has allegedly smashed them right after Joe Budden. So anyways, Joe Budden went on a whole rant about Drake releasing For All the Dogs. And he was saying that it was garbage. Unfortunately, Joe was correct. For All the Dogs was very mid to trash, right? And underneath a comment for Joe Budden, this is what Drake said. Champagne Poppy. Joe Budden, you have failed. And by the way, this happened about a year and a half ago. I'm talking about late fall 2023. So Drake said, Joe Budden, you have failed at music. You left it behind you to do what you are doing in this clip, because this is what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember you are watching a failure. Give his opinion on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter. Give his opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switching careers because the things that pop into your brain had you broke. Living paycheck to paycheck, and the raps you write at 450 men showing up to your shows in dusty NC jeans to screw up their face to Mood Music 29. Pretend you are the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired and we never hung your jersey. We don't even remember your number. We know you for doing this podcasting. You withdrew from rap, not because you accomplished all you need to. It's because it wasn't working for you. You never want anybody in this generation to think that the whole everybody's entitled to their opinion is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate, and the fact I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need to put it in simpler terms, I own a 767. That's a jet, private jet. He owns a modest Homie 973 Jersey area code and flies first class on special occasions. Drake, in this whole entire diatribe, is talking about a frustrated loser who has no other concept of success than to poo-poo. I was going to say another word, shit, on people who are more successful. Now, in Joe's defense, it's working. In Joe's defense, it's working, meaning his Patreon is going up, meaning people are paying a lot of money to hear a man talk smack on people who have overachieved them. So in this scenario, in this situation, Drake has to look in the mirror and realize even him giving this attention, even him talking about it, even him sending a lawsuit, even him doing anything that's unassociated to music is an L. Drake should do what a lot of people in this situation to do, is close your mouth, wait for some time, and let the music speak. But I'm going to get deeper into it on my podcast in the back end tomorrow night. Big JTV, like, comment, sub. Get in the comments. What do y'all think about this Joe rant? It's been Big JTV, like, comment, sub. I'm out, y'all. Deuces.